History is a story told in stone and soil. We remember the pyramids of Giza, the Colosseum of Rome, the Great Wall of China. They are the headlines of our human story. But what about the footnotes? The forgotten chapters? In the quiet corners of the world lie wonders of equal grandeur, cities and sanctuaries built by powerful civilizations that have since vanished into the mists of time. These are the world's forgotten landmarks. And they have stories to tell, if we are willing to listen. Deep in the heart of southern Africa, on a plateau between two rivers, lie the largest ancient structures south of the Sahara. This is Great Zimbabwe, which translates to Great Houses of Stone. For centuries, colonial historians refused to believe that such a magnificent city could have been built by native Africans. They imagined a lost white tribe, or Phoenician traders. They were wrong. Built by the ancestors of the Shona people starting in the 11th century, this was the capital of a thriving empire. It grew rich on cattle, agriculture, and, above all, gold. At its peak, up to 18,000 people lived here, their society governed from these imposing enclosures. The walls were not built for defense, but as a symbol of power and prestige, a statement from a king to his people. The most mysterious feature is the conical tower. Its purpose is lost to us. A granary? A symbol of royalty? We simply don't know. By the late 15th century, the city was abandoned. A shift in trade routes, political instability, perhaps even climate change, turned a bustling capital into a ghost town. For 400 years, its memory was kept alive only in local legend, a silent stone kingdom waiting to be understood. In Cappadocia, Turkey, the landscape itself feels like a fantasy. But the greatest wonder here is not what you see above ground, but what lies beneath. This is Derinkuyu, an entire city, carved deep into the soft volcanic rock. It is vast. It could house up to 20,000 people, along with their livestock and food supplies. This was not a city for living, but for surviving. For centuries, this region was a crossroads of empires and armies. Early Christians, facing persecution from the Romans and later, raids from Arab forces, used Derinkuyu and other underground cities as a refuge. Life was sustained by a brilliant system of ventilation shafts providing fresh air, and deep wells for water. There were schools, wine presses, and even a cruciform church on the lowest levels. It was a complete world, hidden from sight. Once its purpose was served, Derinkuyu was abandoned and forgotten by the outside world for centuries. It remains a testament to human ingenuity and the extraordinary lengths people will go to in order to protect their families and their faith. A hidden metropolis, built not to display power, but to escape it. Our final journey takes us to one of the most remote and enigmatic places on Earth. In the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean lies a city that shouldn't exist. This is Nan Madol, the Venice of the Pacific. It is an engineering marvel that still baffles archaeologists today. For over 1,000 years, this was the ceremonial and political seat of the Sotalar dynasty. They constructed this city of stone and coral as a place for the elite, for priests, and for sacred rituals. The central question is, how? The basalt logs were quarried miles away. Local legend says they were moved by magic, flying to the site. While the truth is likely more scientific, the sheer effort required to build Nan Madol is almost beyond comprehension. The Sotalar dynasty eventually fell, and Nan Madol was slowly abandoned by the 17th century. The local people came to view it as a haunted place, home to spirits. Today, it remains isolated, vulnerable to rising sea levels, a fragile masterpiece of megalithic architecture. It is a city built on a reef, a bold declaration of power in the middle of an endless ocean. From the plains of Africa, to the depths of the earth, to the heart of the ocean. Great Zimbabwe, Derinkuyu, Nan Madol. 3 distinct worlds, built by 3 different cultures, separated by thousands of miles and thousands of years. Yet, they speak a common language. They speak of our universal drive to build, to create, to shape our world and reach for something permanent. They remind us that even the greatest empires can fall, that power is fleeting, and that time eventually reclaims all things. These forgotten landmarks are not just ruins. They are echoes of our shared human story, waiting in silence to be remembered. And in remembering them, we remember a part of ourselves.